Good afternoon, Facebook. I am Tyra Watson. I'm coming to you all today from the Southwest Grief Corner, located at 7901 South Kaminsky, one block west of Pulaski, across from Bogan High School. We are located in Chicago, Illinois, on the southwest side of the city. Our phone number here is 773-424-3151. Our phone number here is again 773-424-3151. You can also visit our website. Our website is www.southwestfunerallandcremation.com. Again, our website is www.southwestfunerallandcremation.com. I am coming to you all on today's Grief Corner. The subject today is going to be about pre-planning and more financial grief, okay, because this is the Grief Corner, and those that are grieving one today, because this platform has been introduced as a place where you can come to get grief support, cover grief topics and things as such. Well, we have to give this a category, which is going to be that we're talking about financial grief. And so today I'm not going to be before you long, but I did want to come and just bring it to your attention that when we look at different things that cause us grief when we lose someone, is the financial side of things. Some of you all have maybe more recently than others, but nevertheless, whether it was recent or whether it was not recent, you all may understand what it's like to feel grief, because you had to figure out how to pay for your service. You had to figure out how to come up with money for your service. And if in fact you were not able to do that, some of you all are grieved because you realize that cremation became the only option in order to be able to take care of your loved one. So it still makes you sad that you actually had to cremate your loved one because of money. Cremation is nothing wrong with cremation. Please let me say that. I'm a supporter of either disposition, whether it be cremation or burial, because I'm a supporter of my families and what my families want. Then I have no judgment on, and I think whatever works for you is what you should do. However, we're talking about people that feel grieved because they had to cremate because of finances. We also are talking about people who are grieved because, or felt grief, or were bereaved because they had to leave their family member, their loved one, at the county morgue because in fact they did not have any money to secure a funeral home. And so there are plenty of indigent bodies that are down at the Cook County morgue and morgues all over this country who are there unclaimed because unfortunately families are without the money, and then when death comes, you cannot gather the resources to take care of final business. So this causes grief. This causes sadness. And for those of you who are maybe suffering grief because of that part of things, because of the financial part of things, allow me to say to you that there was, you did your best, I'm sure, under the circumstances. But if a person has not prepared to die, just as they have prepared to live, then please release yourself. Please release yourself from the guilt that you may be having because you were not able to take care of things for your loved one. Okay. And I say that on the cusp of, if you do not prepare to die, if you do not prepare and you get your business in order. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. I got a lot of things going on in my head. But if you cannot prepare to die, or if you do not prepare to die by getting your financial business in order, then this is the position that you leave your family members in. So for those of you who are grieving because your loved one left and they left with no money, they left nothing for you to be able to take care of final business, and maybe you did have to leave them at the morgue maybe you did have to go ahead and cremate them, don't allow yourself to continue to feel guilty for that, because like I said, you did the best you could. So now inadvertently what happens is you have to release yourself from feeling guilty because finances didn't allow you to be able to take care of someone who should have taken care of themselves. So that being said, today, not only did I want to just mention to those who are grieving because of financial circumstances with their loved one, but now I'm here to talk to those who are living, because if in fact you do not have insurance, this is the outcome: that you are going to leave your families in a double grief situation. Why? Because they're going to be suffering from the grief from the loss, and then they're going to be suffering from the grief because in fact there's no money to take care of your final arrangements. As responsible adults and being good stewards, we want to make sure that we take care of things so that our families don't have to. We don't want cremation to be your final disposition unless you want it to be. We have a fully operational insurance department here at Southwest. Our insurance entity is Life Plan Solutions. We have an amazing team of agents that work with me in order to make sure that we do the best job that we can to secure insurance and plans that work for people so that you do not have to cremate, so that your family does not have to experience double grief. It is just like when you have a car accident. It's so much easier, even though you pay a lot of money on premiums over the course of time, but it's a whole lot easier the day that that accident does happen, when you can pick up the phone and you can call your insurance company and they let you know they're going to take care of things. They start to put everything in motion to handle this situation with your car accident. With life insurance, it's the same way. No matter who you decide to do your services with, through funeral, through cremation, at the end of the day, these are businesses that have to operate. But when you call them, when you call us, in order to be able to just simply be able to pick up the phone and call the insurance company and let them know that now you need to redeem this policy, it takes so much of the stress off of the family, and then they can take the time to grieve in the way that they need to, which is simply just about the fact that they need to adjust to life without you. But I urge you, I beg you, I encourage you, because there are GoFundMes being put up pretty much every day for people to try and gather money so that they can funeralize their loved one. You have people, like I say, doing the cremation, and also if in fact you do leave your loved one, another thing that they're able to do is to do organ procurement. So if a person, because they don't have insurance and they're not able, the family is not able to take care of their final arrangements, and you do leave them, at the morgue, then I will tell you that also organ procurement is another way. And after they've done organ procurement after 60 days, then they're able to pretty much again dispose of the body how necessary. So I just want you guys, I'm here on the Grief Corner on Fridays to bring to you guys information. As a funeral home, our job is to educate you. As a funeral home, our job is to support you. As a funeral home, we're a community service provider in order to help you in the way of death care. My specific assignment is in funeral directing and in insurance and aftercare and grief support, because I do see exactly how hard and how difficult it is for families that do not have insurance. Then this is why today we're talking about grief support in the way of those who are looking at financial strain. Again, we have traditional policies, we have whole life, term life, we have pre-need policies. So if you have insurance and that's not an issue for you, then we can simply talk about pre-need, pre-arrangement, which allows you to be able to lock in funeral service at this day, at this time. Because another thing maybe that some may not be aware of, and you should be, is that just like everything else in society, that funeral service goes up with the cost of inflation as well. During COVID season, and most funeral homes have had to raise their prices and that includes ours. And this was not intentional, but in order for us to be able to serve COVID bodies, in order for us to be able to serve COVID families, and provide an environment conducive to safety and precaution, then we had to incur additional costs. Other funeral homes too. So just like that, the cost of a basic funeral goes up. And so when you lock in and you can get your arrangements together beforehand, not only do you save your family the grief of having to financially take care of things, but also all the decisions that need to be made can be made. But minimal, please give us a call. Let's talk about your insurance needs. As you guys embark into this Independence Day weekend, we know that tomorrow, July 4th, is Independence Day for America. We are Americans, and even though our individual as a culture, our Independence Days may vary, as Americans, we understand the world is preparing to celebrate their freedom. And as you do that, understand that also insurance will bring you financial freedom. One of the ways that you can create wealth and create an estate for your children and your children's children is to get insurance. Insurance either what actually serves as protection, and it also serves as investment. And so we can sit down, we can talk, not only get your business in order and make sure that you're squared away when you should leave this earth and not grieve your family, but also in order to lock things in so that you could leave them generational wealth, create an inheritance, create an estate. And so insurance will do that for you as well. So let's talk about it. You can visit our website, www.southwestfunerallandcremation.com, so that as you're going into this weekend, people are inhibited even from traveling or being advised not to travel. Why? Because COVID is still running rampant. People are still dying. And if you know today that you have the risk of dying without insurance and causing your family to be double grieved, causing your family to have financial grief, then today that's why I'm here to talk to you all. Please, as you celebrate your freedom, celebrate financial freedom by creating an estate through your insurance. And if nothing more, then please, on this weekend, as you consider all the death that is going on, not just because of crime, violence, disease, natural time clocks that are set for death for us, but just as you look at everything that's going around the world, understand that people are dying every day. And people are dying every day and they don't have the finances. So please allow this to be your moment to go ahead and consider what you need to do with your budget. We can get you very low cost insurance, so it won't cost you much. Obviously, the older you are, the more expensive it can be. But whatever it is that we come up with, it's going to be better than you leaving this earth, this world, without having any type of financial coverage. So please give us a call. Let's talk about insurance. Let's get those affairs in order for you. And again, this is so that we don't leave double grief for our families. And for those that are grieving, and part of your grief is because of the fact that this was your situation when your loved one passed, release yourself from the guilt, because you could not have forced them to prepare to die and get their affairs in order. And that puts you in a position to deal with things as you needed to. Release yourself from that. But please make sure that you don't put the rest of your family in that position with yourself. So take care of your business and give us a call and let's talk about it. Our number here is 773-424-3151. Again, our number is 773-424-3151. We have grief resources on our website, www.southwestfunerallandcremation.com. Again, anything from movers to other grief resources. If you do need to be speaking to someone one-on-one more personally about the things you're experiencing, your grief, please make sure that you go ahead and reach out to one of the counselors. Also, resources that we have provided there for you. God bless you. Please move around safely this weekend. Be careful. And we'll see you all next week. And we're going to talk about something else. If you are just catching up, there are 5 stages of grief. You can always go back and look at that. A lot of times, a lot of people need to check out the 5 stages of grief so you can start to identify where you are. This topic today is one component of where grief comes from and one component of how grief is compounded. But just even dealing with the initial emotions that come with grief and you know, dealing with just that by itself, go over the 5 stages of grief. The videos are there available for you. And again, I am Tyra Watson, your aftercare director. God bless you. God keep you. Have a blessed day.